Markelle Fultz was the first pick in the 2017 NBA draft. A draft that included some great young NBA talent like Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Dennis Smith Jr., and Lonzo Ball, just to name a few. But now it's January, and Markelle has only played 4 games all season. What happened? Now, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that sub button to stay up to date with the NBA videos. Coming into last year's draft, there was a lot of discussion surrounding who would go first. There was some serious talent in that draft, especially at the point guard position. But ultimately, Markelle Fultz was the #1 overall pick. He was a scoring machine at Washington, but after just 4 games in his NBA career, it was clear that his free throw form was beyond broken, and he wouldn't even shoot a jump shot at times. He was nowhere near the same player that averaged 23 points a game playing for UW in the Pac-12. So what happened to the 6'5" guard that everyone thought was going to be one of the best scorers in the draft? What happened to the #1 overall pick? The Sixers have kept the whole situation low-key. Adrian Wojnarowski, who you guys may know as one of the best NBA reporters, spoke to Markelle's agent, and he found out that Fultz's shoulder had been drained of fluid in early October. His agent said he literally cannot raise up his arms to shoot the basketball. He decided to try and fight through the pain to help the team. He has a great attitude. We are committed to finding a solution to get Markelle back to 100%. And that was the last thing we heard about the whole Markelle Fultz situation and about his status for a long time. He would travel with the team, he would celebrate with the team, but he wouldn't play with the team. He'd play in practice, he'd shoot around, but outside of that, Markelle was not participating in 5-on-5 scrimmages, nor was he participating in any contact drills. When it comes to injuries, the Sixers have a history of keeping things low-key and out of the media's attention. They also believe in sacrificing seasons for the betterment of the players. I mean, let's take a look at Ben Simmons, for example. Ben Simmons had broke his foot before his NBA debut, and his foot had actually healed by January in what should have been his rookie season. But instead of bringing him back, they held Simmons out until the end of the season, even though Ben Simmons was 100% healthy just halfway through the season. We are seeing a similar situation with Markelle Fultz, except for Markelle, he'll be back this season. He hasn't played since October, and fans have been wondering whether or not they'd see him again. And obviously, we saw Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons miss entire seasons, but this is not the case for Markelle Fultz, like I mentioned. The 76ers plan to have him back within the next couple of weeks at the earliest. They confirmed recently that Markelle has taken part in full contact practice and has played on 5-on-5 scrimmages multiple times over the past couple of days. The Sixers are getting ready to make a playoff push as they currently sit around the 8th or 9th seed in the Eastern Conference. Joel Embiid has looked like an all-star this year, and Ben Simmons has Rookie of the Year pretty much locked up. Simmons is averaging 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, and those numbers are better than any rookie in the NBA. So there is no rush to bring Markelle Fultz back. Simmons and Embiid have carried the load, and the Sixers know that the longer they hold out Fultz, the better it may be for his career, because you don't want to rush Markelle back. And like I mentioned earlier with Philly doing some sketchy stuff when it comes to the injuries, they confirmed back in early December that Fultz's shoulder was back to 100%, but they've been trying to ease him back slowly. So I guess the Sixers know exactly what they're doing when it comes to the whole Markelle Fultz situation. I mean, look at what Simmons and Embiid have done in just their first and second seasons of their careers. Markelle Fultz is not a bust yet in his career, but he has a lot to do in order to prove himself. So I guess we just have to trust the process like we've been doing, and trust that Markelle Fultz will be back and hopefully play like a #1 overall pick, because this guy is talented. We saw it in college, and hopefully we'll see it in the NBA. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, also hit that like button. I'm planning on being a lot more consistent with YouTube here in 2018. So far I've been doing well. Let's see if I can keep it up for the rest of the year. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Till next time, peace.
Say please.
And I know they really wish we would ball till we fall. I'm the big bad wolf, is a full moon, y'all. Talk money in the air. Watch how your dreams hit the floor.